Hello comic fans, here's Al Grey with rank 40 up to 31 of what have been my favorite reads or rereads in 2023 in terms of older comics and older editions. Older than 2023, that is. Starting with rank 40 and Johann and Pfiffikus. I forgot the French original title. Anyhow, it's by Payot. You will recognize it if you have heard of it or read it. Expanding my collection precariously into kids' book territory, which I, the very adult that I am, try to avoid at all costs, naturally. Therefore, I restricted myself to the first 3 books, because the collected edition number 3 contains the first appearance of the Smurfs. Anyhow, continuing on 39 with less blue colors and more bone-dry humor and sarcasm, there we have the tales by Eric Liberge about the skeleton world of Monsieur Mardi Gras, creating a pretty vivid afterlife, but afterwards, after reading it, you will ask yourself if eternal life is really that cool, and you will definitely look at coffee grinders differently. Witches, a manga on rank 38, sold me with the promise to deliver cool stories with witches, nice artwork, and that it's concluded within just 1 volume, and not only 1 story, but several, more or less all with interesting takes on the genre. On 37 there's Venus Age, drawn by Renaud and written by Jean Defoe. It's far less cheesecake than you might expect by the title, but rather a gripping drama with intrigue that will keep you hooked until a very interesting ending. With my intensified exploration of the works of Hergé, it's impossible to ignore one important name, Bob de Moor. He was the creator of many backgrounds and more in Tintin. For an example, the huge panels with the moon rocket and the contraption, etc. It was all done by Bob de Moor. One of his very own comics, and maybe his most important one, is Barelli, a very enjoyable Ligne Claire classic about a crime-solving actor named, yeah, you guessed it, Barelli. On rank 35 there's the fearsome Dr. Fang, a colorful pulpy romp. In my opinion, one of the best comics by TKO Studios. I got the single issues in a box edition and loved it. And the story is more or less exactly what you expect it to be. And fun. Then we have a comic on rank 34 that was on my to-read pile for years, but finally I've managed to read Hicksville by Dylan Horrocks. Hicksville is a village of comic-crazy people in which it is perfectly normal to read and talk about comics. That's crazy. After that, I've read the successor, Magic Pen, in German it's Der König des Mars, which I've read before, but now it obviously made much more sense, because Magic Pen is, so to speak, part 2 of Hicksville. On rank 33 there are the Scorpions of the Desert, Wüstenskorpione in German. I've read volume 1 so far. Pratt's drawings are beautiful, the stories are gripping, but unlike in Corto Maltese or Ernie Pike, the characters in Scorpions of the Desert are just soldiers who kill to survive. If you're looking for a strong anti-war message like in Ernie Pike, you maybe will be disappointed. There have been a lot of James Bond-like comics and parodies. Agent 421 by Eric Maltite and Steven Desbert is one of the better ones in my opinion. Sometimes indulging in parody and comedic moments, but much more often delivering pretty hard-boiled espionage thrillers. Much more hard-boiled than you would expect for a comic that made its first appearance in a comic magazine aimed at kids. On the final rank for today, on rank 31, I cheated big time with not only 2 but 3 books by Bastien Vives. The same Bastien Vives who could not pass an opportunity to produce some proper little scandals, it seems. But his comics, in my eyes, A Taste of Chlorine or the box set with the Grand Odalisque and Olympia by Fantagraphics, they prove his amazing talent to create breezy yet atmospheric, light-hearted but emotional comics, and I could not decide in which sequence I should put these 3 glorious books. But of course, there are much more to come in the next episode, and in the next episodes of this little series. Thanks for listening and watching. Goodbye.